Hey everyone, how's it going? We got a big month coming up, as my friend SaberFan04 told y'all. And today I wanted to start off the conversation talking about some of the new characters. And we're going to start with Barghest, the Fairy Knight Gawain. And Gawain is one of my favorite, or normal Gawain is like one of my favorite characters. So let's see what Barghest female Gawain is all about. So she's a saber, like normal Gawain is. And she's got a 3-buster, 1 art, and 1 quick deck like Gawain as well. Whoa. And yeah, so let's get right into it. So the first skill increases her own attack by 18% for 3 turns, and increases her buster performance on Sunlight Battlefield by 28% for 3 turns, and that's on a 5-turn cooldown. This skill is like okay. I don't believe she has any way to turn the sun on herself. So normally this will just be 18%, up for 3 turns, which is, charisma, so, fine. Really not much else to say. 5-turn cooldown is pretty nice, though. I mean, I guess that's normal. Now, like, since I've seen Cash and Koji, I keep going. Anything less than 7 is good. But anyway, so her second skill is really interesting, and where we really start to see what her kit's about. She increases her buster performance for 3 turns by 30%. So if you do get on a sunlight field, you get, what is that, 58%? So, that's not that bad. Actually, that becomes, like, pretty good. Anyway, and she grants a Survival of the Fittest buff to herself. And Survival of the Fittest recovers her own HP by 1,000, and removes 1 latest buff from the enemy. And if the buff is successfully removed, it reduces their defense by 10% for 3 turns, and all of that is every time you normal attack. So she kind of becomes this really cool, I guess you want to say like self-sustaining character if you are able to click her cards a lot. And yeah, I really like this skill. I think this is just a cool skill and unique, Her third skill is reduces party's damage taken for 3 attacks 3 turns by 1,000, and she grants a self-regen buff for 3 turns, which charges party's NP gauge every turn for 3 turns. That's on a 7-turn cooldown. Also, the second skill is on a 6-turn cooldown. This skill is nice. It's okay. You would have loved to just see 3 turns on the damage taken, I would think. And also, it's only 1,000. 1,000 is still nice, but the fact that it's only for 3 attacks, but it is party-wide, so cool skill. Overall, pretty cool kid. I would definitely say her first skill is the weakest, just because it's 18% attack up most of the time, But in conjunction with the second skill, if you're on a sunlight thing, she gets really high buster up. So, let's talk about her NP. And her NP is really cool. So it's an AoE buster, and she increases her own max HP by 3,000 for 5 turns. I really like max HP increases, just because they also kind of count as heals, And for 5 turns, that's kind of nice, and if you're able to, stack this up a little bit, it kind of gets crazy, And then the really cool thing is she reduces her own skill cooldown by 1 every time you NP. So that kind of makes a lot of these skills look a lot better, So probably not realistically, but there might be a time when you're able to have this first skill up almost all the time, And you'll also only have this downtime pretty low as well, which is really cool. Like, this skill's already pretty good anyway, without the cooldown being reduced, Like, this is still a pretty, nice skill. But now with this cooldown reduction, we can see some of the other skills. Okay, you kind of get why this skill is a little weaker and stuff, But anyway, her NP is really cool. It also overcharging increases her buster performance for 1 turn by 20%. On the 100% chart. So, if you really crank it up, you can get to, 40%. But, so overall, really cool character. I think she's really unique, and I kind of like that she's kind of a solo-ish design, But yeah, overall, pretty good character, pretty good saber, and definitely worth probably trying and using if you get her while summoning for Morgan. Also, I know a lot of people like her design. I like the Stage 1 Ascension myself, but that's just me. But yeah, okay. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys have a great day. And also, if you guys are pulling, good luck. And yeah, all right. Bye-bye.